let's talk about a couple of other people who might be out of touch with what the general public is feeling, and that includes the Archbishop of Canterbury, who may get involved and make an intervention in the House of Lords today because he does not support the government's asylum bill. Now, he himself has written an article about archbishops getting involved in politics, of course, because archbishops who get involved in politics quite often end up, well,
off with their head.
There we go.
Will no one rid me of this troublesome
Exactly.
He wrote, Politics and Church, risky things to do. 5 of my predecessors as Archbishop have died violently. 3 because they were involved in politics. Thomas Becket in 1171 caused the king to ask, who will rid me of this troublesome priest? 4 knights promptly did so with swords in Canterbury Cathedral.
It's a little different in 2023. I am glad to see it.
Because also the Archbishop of Canterbury in those days was a significant figure. I'm afraid the Archbishop of Canterbury these days is not.
What, the person who put the crown on the king's head on a Saturday?
He's not a significant figure.
Crowned the king.
Yes, so his flock is fewer than 1 million people a week go to church
billions of viewers on Saturday.
And there was too much. And I did say to you only yesterday, if I had a criticism of the coronation, too much Welby.
Right, you've got to remember the Church of England is the established church.
And it's struggling, it's got fewer and fewer people going to church.
With Charlie Boy, the head.
He is not a charismatic leader. He said this 3 times last year that he doesn't agree with the Rwanda policy. It's not a rare intervention. He keeps sticking his oar in, and who
when
cares
Jesus threw the money changers out of the temple, he was not at the time a majority leader. He wasn't an elected politician. He was taking a moral stand about what's right and wrong.
Archbishop Welby.
Sorry to lecture you about our Lord.
You can lecture me as much. Archbishop Welby is not Jesus.
Would you be taking?
He is a dull, uninspiring,
in the name of God.
non-charismatic
he says
leader.
he's got to be political because Jesus
Would you be
was.
taking this line if it was the chief rabbi speaking out?
I think.
Or if it was the head of the Muslims,
the chief rabbi rarely speaks out. This bloke speaks out all the time.
Yeah, I think actually.
Welby 3 times last year.
Are you a Christian, Andrew?
I am. I go to church. I am a good Roman Catholic boy. Not a very good Roman Catholic. I go to church.
OK, so the Archbishop says...
Roman Catholic?
I'm a Roman Catholic.
Oh, I see. That's what's going on.
Oh, this is not a factional war.
We're back to the Tudors here.
However,
my God.
the Roman Catholic Church has far more people in the pews on a Sunday than Welby.
It's not a competition.
My church is bigger than your church.
Yes, it is.
And can I say...
the People's Front of Judea and the Judean People's Front in the Christian sect, the schism.
And, of course, the Roman Catholic Church cardinal leader doesn't have a seat in the House of Lords, of course, because of this peculiar constitution we have.
As a Christian,
Andrew... And if he did, I bet he'd be making pretty strong speeches on moral issues.
He is a bit of a lefty, our cardinal, actually.
The Archbishop says he is drawing on Christian understandings of justice, generosity and human dignity.
Well, he should think about the people who perish crossing the channel.
I think he is thinking about that.
And this policy is designed to stop it. It's a very popular policy, and as usual, the Archbishop is on the wrong side of the argument.
What he was referring to was saying that anybody who comes is an invader and a criminal, and he was saying that there should be safe routes. Now, there's rather a lot of Conservative MPs who say the problem with the legislation is there are currently not safe routes for people.
I think you'll find that's going to be part of the policy, that they are going to come forward with proper
Are they going to amend their own bill?
Yeah.
In my experience, governments amending their own bill normally suggests they didn't get it right in the first place.
Well, that's good then,
the Archbishop has had an influence.
Good then, Ed. If the government does amend its own bill, that's a good thing. You should welcome that. Pity your lot didn't do that a bit more often when they were in power. You should have amended your own bills.
I'm an atheist or a humanist on a good day.
Of course you are.
But you'll find asylum seekers, refugees, migrants, economic migrants fleeing poverty. They're really welcomed by people in faith groups, whatever they are, Jewish, Muslims, Christians. You will find around the country.
My church has welcomed a family of refugees from Africa.
They are in the forefront. And you every time think, stop the boats, stop the boats. This is what everybody wants to do. Well, one, Labour is now polling higher and better than the government on stop the boats because nobody believes the government has a plan to do it. That will work. And secondly...
until it works.
You sank in Dover last week in the local elections when the Tories were chucked out and they elected a Labour council in Dover.
Of course.
And Dover is getting most to stop the boats. People's People want the boat stopped.
Because they're fed up with it not working.
But they are not as hostile to people, and they should have more generosity of spirit than you, Shaw.
And
it's so funny. On Monday, the Republican Kevin had no positive words to say about the royal family, but on Wednesday, the atheist Kevin is speaking up for the Archbishop of Canterbury.
Oh, look. I would disestablish the Church of England. And I'd abolish the House of Lords. There we are. But he's there. He's got a position. He's got a platform.
What position?
And yesterday, your paper was running the story about the King and Boris Johnson having a run-in over the Rwanda policy.
The King isn't elected either.
I know.
Oh, get in, get in. I've got to convert to the cause of the Republic.
He's not elected, and nor is the Archbishop.
Now where are we going?
No, the Archbishop's not elected.
Kevin, the Daily Mail will be in apoplexy.
The King is entitled to his views.
I'm going to book
and the Prime Minister
table for
is elected
in the
and
tower,
it's
in a little cell.
Stop the boats is a popular policy. Get on with it. Get on with it.